A while back, we did a video on our brew ratios for filter coffee. We had a lot of good feedback from you at home, and it's actually become a great training tool for our wholesale partners as well. But we did have one question come at us time and time again, and it was, what about espresso? All right. We're here. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about espresso. But I have to say, first of all, I don't know what kind of espresso machine you have. I don't know what kind of grinder you have, nor do I know what type of water you use. So the brew recipe that I'm about to give works really well on the $15,000 worth of equipment that we have in our lab, and our controlled water and the beautiful grinder and the beautiful espresso machine with the perfect extraction on the great expensive commercial scales. Anyway, that's too much. Brew recipes, when we're talking about espresso, are really just a starting point. So what I really like in an espresso mightn't be what you like, but at least if we give you a starting point, we're going to get somewhere in the end, right? I really like an espresso that has a really good, pleasing mouthfeel. It has to have a really good tactile finish to it. So for our blends, I recommend starting with a 1:2 ratio. I want to have it tasting sweet, and I typically relate sweetness to mouthfeel. We usually like to start off at around 18 grams. We brew it for around 29 to 32 seconds, and then we weigh out in grams. Yes, we have to stick to grams. Around 36 grams of espresso in the cup. All this should take 29 to 32 seconds. But I've already said that, so I don't need to say it again, but I thought I would just to ram it home. So our blends have been developed in the roast a little bit longer. Of course, if you're interested in our blends, we did a video not that long ago called An Introduction to Our Blends. You should check it out and then come back to here. But we develop our blends just a little bit more, so we round off some of the acidity. We could say that our coffees or our blends are a little bit more soluble, so really do try and start with the 1:2 ratio. Our single origins are typically roasted a little bit lighter than our blends, so they need more time to extract all the good flavors and a little bit more water to really get those delicious solubles out of the coffee. So I recommend a 1:2.5 ratio. That's 1 part coffee to 2.5 parts water. If you're using 18 grams, which is where we like to start, you will need to brew 18 grams of coffee, 45 mils of espresso, and we like a brew time of, again, 29 to 32 seconds. So that is our window that we like to use, our window of opportunity. I like recipes are kind of endless, but starting off with our trusted recipe of 18 grams at either 1:2 ratio for blends or a 1:2.5 ratio for single origins, and using those times, you will be in a great place to start. We will also publish our brew guide for you. It's up here right now. You can see it. We'll publish it for you so you can download it and have a go yourself. As always, thanks for listening and drink good coffee. Don't forget to use the matrix. Don't forget to use the matrix. Don't forget to use the matrix. It's there, people.